Welcome to Wayward Writers. I'm Senior Literary Agent and author Heather Cashman.
I'm author and writing coach Stephanie Beers.
And I'm author and writing coach Nikki Jacobsmeyer.
Our mission is to nurture and enrich established writers throughout their publishing journeys.
We welcome all genres, age groups, and publishing paths through video podcasts, online webinars, in-person retreats, and more.
We're here to help you conquer your path.
Hello, Wayward Writers. We're so excited to get to talk to you today. This time it's just us three co-hosts, and we're going to be talking about some fun projects that we've got coming up. We have done retreats in the past and done some in-person workshops and online workshops, and we're always trying to figure out the best way that we can help career authors move their projects and their work forward. And so one of the ideas that we have come up with is to move things to Substack. And I'm going to let Heather explain a little bit more about our Substack because we've just started doing this. Heather's been on it for a while, but we're getting there and adding more. And we really want to talk about how excited we are for this. Heather, can you help us out?
Sure. So we have had our podcast on Substack for a few months, and we have started putting in worksheets for the $50 tier. It's $50 a year. It's a bargain. It's a bunch of worksheets that you can do to elevate your craft. There are worksheets there for marketing. There are worksheets for business. And we're trying to diversify those worksheets, but they're good information. They're solid information. And they're really for everybody from the querying author to people who have been New York Times bestsellers and are trying to keep up the pace or keep up the momentum or the excitement. So there are a lot of really great worksheets on there. That is called the Trailblazer tier. And then for $150 a year, you can join the Summit Club. And what the Summit Club does is, like Stephanie said, we're really trying to make it so that you can get a really deep dive into subjects that for most of the time when you go to conferences or you go to online workshops or things like that, yes, you get 45 minutes. Sometimes you get a half an hour of learning, but that's not enough time to really go into a deep dive into a topic or explain things in a thorough way that's really going to benefit the author who's already published or who already has an agent. And these things will benefit, of course, authors who don't have those things yet. So no matter where you are in your career, these are going to be workshops that can take the time. And the other reason that we really love it is because you can do it whenever you want. You can pause the video. You can come back and watch the video again. You can watch the first half of it and then decide, I want to go implement this, and then come back and watch the second half of it a month later or a year later. It will still be there. That is our Summit Club, and it's $150 a year. We know we're asking for money, but we're also giving a huge value, and this is an investment in your career.
What we really are trying to do with this Summit Club is build a collection of resources that you're going to be able to use forever. As long as you're a Summit Club member, as we add more classes, you will have access to everything that's there. So the entire library will stay with it. And I'm pretty excited about that because I love it when I look up there and say, oh, there's all these resources and they're available. So that's one thing I'm really excited about. Nikki,
absolutely. Well, yeah, I was just thinking about, I don't know if any of you are out there, right? And you'll get an email from, a community you're with and they're advertising this Zoom webinar and you're like, oh my gosh, that would be amazing on whatever character arcs or, revision. And then you're like, but I'm not there at this moment. And I don't know if any of you are like me. I'm like, I panic, but if I don't take it, then I'm going to lose information.
Right.
And this way, like, we're all not only on different paths in our writing career and publishing, but we're also in different paths and areas and seasons in our lives. And so wherever you are, you can fill your cup that day with what you need. And then tomorrow's cup, they'll have things you can fill it when you're there. So it kind of reduces the panic. You're more in control and can plan ahead and just know that we're there for you so you can conquer the path you're on.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah. And I can't wait to take some of you guys' classes too.
Y'all, we have two classes posted. Who wants to share about them? Because I believe you all are instructors.
It's always a struggle that first time you're going out to promote a book. It's, what do you do? So this is just a down and dirty. This is how you put together a street team. And this is what you need to be doing. We're a year out. This is what you need to be doing 6 months out. This is what 3 months out, all the way down to launch day. And so it's got for you the different things that you may want to do and just suggestions for anything from library visits and speaking tours to blog posts, different ideas for you to look at. It is not an in-depth one, but it's an overview of the possibilities that you can take a look at for your promotions. And even if you've done it before, I'm always looking for new ways to promote and something different.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And something fun you can do too on the bottom of each post is if you have more ideas, you can share those ideas with the community by commenting on the post. And that way, everyone in the community benefits from everyone's knowledge. So that's also a fun way to help each other out.
Yeah, and if you don't know about Substack, it's very user-friendly. Some of our writing friends that don't like computers at all and still want to be on typewriters have their own Substack. Yes. So trust us when I say it's super easy. It's very positive community. And, the base level is free as far as where you can get our podcasts and things like that. So just know that, you can dive in when you're ready. But of course, we want everyone there so we can chat and continue to build our community and support.
It is. And the other class, Heather, can you tell us about it?
Sure. I just posted it. Our February workshop is called From First Draft to Final Synopsis, and it is a guide to transforming your manuscript. And it's a revision guide, but it's a revision guide that also teaches you how to write a synopsis and then use that synopsis to find plot holes, to find ways to elevate your character arcs, to find ways to elevate your manuscript. And also it goes into how to really make your manuscript more marketable, adding hooks and layers and things like that. It's an all-over revision to really elevate every aspect of your manuscript, theme and world building and all of that stuff. And then at the end, you take it and it uses a highlighting method that I have used for many years. And you essentially highlight the key points, and then you take those highlights and you create a 3-page synopsis. And then you can take that 3-page synopsis and cut it down to a 1-page synopsis. So it also at the end has a little bit of a cheat to
I want to see it.
You had me at highlighter and color highlighters, but I mean,
yeah, you need highlighters. You need a few office supplies. You need some sticky notes. But anyway, at the end, not everyone has time to do this complete method, or sometimes you just need to write a quick synopsis. So it gives a way to do that at the very end, to just use like a 5-paragraph outline for what you need in your synopsis and how to really make it shine. So hopefully that will be helpful to people. And it is geared more toward long form, like middle grade through adult novels, but there is some stuff to glean for picture books because the same principles really do apply. Like you have to be writing to your audience. You have to have a plot and things like that. but also just character or theme or tone. There's a lot of little
I'm
tidbits
excited.
in there.
I'm
So
going to be taking this class myself
Mine's
because I need to elevate everything.
Absolutely.
So what's the name of that? Tell me the name again.
It's called From First Draft to Final Synopsis, and it's transforming your manuscript. So
Okay,
it's a
so we
revision
can go
class.
on and go to it and do it right now.
Yes,
Exciting.
and if you go to the Wayward Writers Substack page, there is a pinned post there where it lists, essentially with links, all of the workshops and all of the worksheets for you. And we will keep that updated.
Absolutely. Yeah,
every
so
time we add one.
our goal
So
is,
Nikki,
we're going to upload every
what-
month, at least one, if not more.
At least
Yeah.
one a month. Yes, we're going to have one a month and maybe
Yeah.
more. We might not do one a month, but averaged
Right.
out, it will end up
Absolutely.
being one a month. Yeah.
Exciting. That's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, $12 a month. I don't know. I spend that much when I go get a coffee. So I'm going to have to rethink, right?
Yeah.
Where to put my money.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's an hour and almost 20-minute
awesome.
deep dive. So it is really comprehensive. So I'm excited to put it out there because I really do think it'll help people. It's a method that I have essentially been building for a very long time for my own writing and for my clients. And I have used this to help clients revise their manuscripts in a way that's very meaningful.
So this is
it's great.
Insider.
Nikki, you are our business,
You are.
our business mind. So what is your class
I'm really
going to be
excited.
about?
I get excited talking about time management. And we talk a little bit about goals because you really can't have one without the other. What we are going to talk about is how to audit your time currently, which is really enlightening. And when I've done it in the past, somewhat frightening, but like, whoa, how much time am I not doing anything? And right, there's time in life to just chill and be, just be, for sure. But we're going to talk about auditing your own time, different methods of time management. I am a firm believer that we all think different, we all write different. And so, we're going to talk about different methods that have been successful, and you figure out what works for you. And sometimes that means trying, right? Like we talk about trials and how you know if something's working for you and not. And then we talk about goals, and we talk about smarter goals, not just smart goals, and kind of talk about some platforms and ways of thinking that they will all get their credit, just is to kind of push yourself to really think about what it is you want and what you want to spend your time doing. So I'm excited about the
I'm excited too, because I think that's so important for us. We all only have 24 hours in a day.
Right.
And we have to figure out what our priorities are and how to juggle them. And time management, I would just be sunk without it. So I'm so excited that we're going to have something out there, and Nikki's very good at managing time. So
you're sweet. Thank you.
Yeah. And it's something that you really need to start practicing before you get on deadline with an editor.
Well, yeah,
right.
It's a very self-disciplined industry.
It is.
And that can, even those of us that think we're self-disciplined, can be hard. So as you guys, if you don't know, after the couple of years of listening to the podcast, I am a huge cheerleader, and I'm also a tough love cheerleader, because I think sometimes we just have to be really honest about what do we really want. And so you're going to kind of get to examine yourself. Great thing is that you're not going to have to answer to anyone but you. But there's some questions that I know I've been asked that have really just kind of left me dumbfounded, that no one's, I guess, really had the audacity to ask rhetorically. And so I'm excited to ask those. I hope it helps people, if even in a small way, whether it's their writing life or what, just kind of break into where they feel like they have more control and they're going to be intentional. Being intentional, I think, is a huge element that needs to be successful. So
I agree.
I need a radical awakening. I'm hoping that's what it does for me.
Okay.
I might have to change my title. Right now it's tackling time management, but
radical awakening. I like that.
So what about you, Stephanie? I'm excited. Yours is really unique. So
Well, I don't know if it's unique, but this is a method of building fully formed characters is what I'm doing. And I'm using the Enneagram. And I know a lot of people use the Enneagram. And I have to admit, I'm a counselor. I have that master's degree in counseling. So I actually do know a lot about all of these, the Myers-Briggs and the different tests that you can take. But the one that has worked the best for me is the Enneagram. And we're going to talk about why. And the reason why is because the Enneagram identifies each person's deepest fears. And as an author, what you need to press on the most are your character's fears and finding their breaking point. I am all about being really mean to my characters and having bad things happen to them and getting them to those breaking points and what causes it. But the other part that I really like about the Enneagram is not just that it's like your main character and your protagonist. It's also about building relationships and how those relationships affect each other. So if you have somebody who is like somebody who's the investigator, they're a type 5, how do they react to somebody who's a number 1 and is all about rules and following rules? How do they interact with each other? And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to figure out how to use the Enneagram to build a character group, how to put pressure on characters to see where they break. And also, we're going to talk a little bit about a problem that a lot of us have, which is the author's lens, where we tend to put everybody through our lens instead of making different characters every time. And that's all, again, that's about making. What is your core fear and how are you making those decisions? And different personality types will make different decisions. And so it's using the Enneagram to do that. So it's a pretty deep dive into it. But
wow.
I have found it really useful. And I have to say that my editors have said that my characters are fully formed. And I've been really grateful for that.
Absolutely.
And that is because I use this method.
One of the things you do amazingly well is group dynamics. I feel that so much in your novels that you really do understand how to put different personalities together and make them
Well,
work.
I appreciate that.
And also use them to create positive tension, negative tension. Like you really are very good at that. I can't wait to take that
appreciate it,
class.
but I have stolen it all from the Enneagram.
Yeah, but you know
you
what I love?
learn how to steal too.
Yes.
But implementing it is
Correct.
completely
and it's
different.
so applicable. Like that, just so you all know, one of our goals after writing for decades and being part of the industry in our different roles and ways, when we are bringing you workshops, we want them to be applicable. I don't know if you all have felt this way where you've paid money to sit in a workshop and it's lovely and the presenter is just so kind and sweet. But when you walk away, like you have like a feeling, but you don't have tools to like take to your work. And to me, that's a waste of time and money. Like, you know what I mean? That's our goal. Heather, Stephanie, and I's goal is to bring you all stuff that you can take actionable steps and you can see a difference in your writing life and your work after taking them. So,
yeah.
We're excited and we want to hear what you guys want to hear about also. Like we have a lineup of things we're going to be putting out there. So don't think that like we just have a couple classes. Like we're going to be working on really bringing a lot out. But we love giving you all what you're looking for. That's why we're doing this. So through Substack, you can go in the chat, tell us what you're looking for in the comments. You can email us at waywardwriters@gmail.com. And we're not just talking about craft, as you can tell. We're talking about practices, mental health, business. What else am I missing? You know, all marketing, yes, all that. So like don't be afraid to give an idea. If it's something that doesn't fit in the wheelhouse, then, we can go from there. But we want to think out of the box, and we want to give you guys what you need.
And it helps us when you guys communicate with us. We read the emails, believe me, and the comments and everything. We want to know how we can help and how we can connect and build this community. So please talk to us. Tell us all these things. We want to know.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Wayward Writers.
Let's connect. Find us at waywardwriters.com, X, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook.
See you next time. Conquer your path.